podcast, radio and stuff.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Podcast Radio and Stuff, where we talk radio and stuff. Well, today is an unusual day because I'm not with my usual partner in crime, which is Ntokozo Japa. But when Ntokozo couldn't make it due to family responsibilities, I decided to get another good friend of mine who has a lot to say about radio, who's been on radio himself, and in fact, he's said some controversial things on Facebook about radio. I remember one post of his. He said podcasts are slowly replacing radio. I was like, what? What are you talking about? We'll ask him about that and a whole lot more. And I'm going to give him an opportunity to introduce himself. A good friend of mine. Hey, my good sir.
Great defense.
Great, winner.
I know him not defense.
Sure.
Hey, you know when this is introduced, it's okay. Something. And rated Malfigil assist was okay. Tell us more about yourself.
Yes.
So no, Thabiso Luthuli. I grew up in Dwetwe and I want to find out radio cool and I've been on radio. But
that's absolutely fine, my good sir. Welcome. Thanks for coming through, eh?
No, thanks.
It's funny ukuthi Thabiso uintroduce nje uthi ukhulele eNdwedwe. Nam ngowasendwedwe eMakhuliseni.
Wow.
Replace uNtokozo naye wasendwedwe. Yes. So replace umuntu wasendwedwe, you see?
Oh, podcast I dominate.
Should the podcast yasendwedwe?
Yeah, but I'm bangazi ngo-Uncle Tha abanye, so it's one of you coming Altola when I was on radio as well.
Yeah.
And then okay. In fact, I was one of the Uncle Tha. It's I'm not sure if you know him, DJ Spay.
Oh, DJ Spay Live.
Yes.
Kakasi FM.
Yeah.
Yes. Who doesn't know Spay?
He's the one who actually said, okay, so this is Uncle Tha.
Nice.
Because I was doing sports on his radio show.
Oh, you've done sports as well?
I've done sports.
Oh, okay.
Just to give you a bit of background about my radio journey.
See, I don't even have to ask him questions. There you go. Give me a background.
So, the first time I was in Gibagu studio, I was at Islam Science.
Okay.
With the tours and Pumos, Summer Fresh. And,
nice.
So I'm in post on Facebook and then I was like, hey, you know, it's on the radio on Facebook and getting along your Facebook in giving them behind the mic and he was like, you know what, I know. So I show him to observe and then I went there and then that's when I was introduced to Ilokunyani Zuluzi, Konzoranjani, in the mic, on air. And then the first time Kulmo on a radio, it was back in 2014, I think August. And at the time, I was not even prepared. He never told me, because you know what, namhlanje uzongena emoyeni and you're going to announce a song.
Which station is this? Yes. Okay.
And then, my darling ingoma ka Raf Gam featuring Monique Bingham. It's Take Me to My Love.
Yes.
And then he's like, Thabiso, in 30 seconds, we are getting a manje emoyeni and so introduce Thabiso Luthuli, wara. And I was not even ready at the time. Yo. What? Why on my God? But then I saw it and that was the first time I could not write to any. But then I'm going to show you some signs at it.
Yeah.
And then I sang applying my radio stations amaningi because was saying okay ukuzungena radio this is what you need to do, record a demo wangifundisa nje so many things ngasho ukuthi ulwazi oluningi ngancela again. So ngaqala apply my radio stations amaningi, I think because my first job was at Vibe.
Yeah.
And How many demos I send a vibe?
How many?
About 5 demos I send. But they were not like good, but when I reply, they were replying and two, I know. I'll pin the send.
Oh, again.
And who's on the demo and then pin the size and then you demo for 10 on Nale.
Yes.
I don't think it was Lois on Deliver.
This is my best.
Best.
Yes.
But then after that, Bang Bees and Katsu I know. And so I got, in fact, I got an appointment now because nothing looking closing through Panjal and then
so yeah, Ubongo your programs manager, this is Katsu, okay.
And then he was like, okay, go over that local through who to phone generate when here's an opportunity. You think the sports Monday to Friday. And at that time I was working.
Okay.
Batting sevens, I had a full-time job.
Yeah.
And now on the spot, we would say, okay, now it's fine. I'll take the job. Knowing very well it's okay. I still need to go to M17. Your bachelor is okay. No, it's jumping sawas in the figure, but then I'll tell M7s.
So wait, so washo umsebenzi wakho okholelayo ukuze uzokwenza iradio eyayingeke ikholele
at the time, yes.
Damn.
Ngashiya happens when because yazi never angisho ukuthi okay ngicela ukuthi ngilokho ngicabanga ngayo kancane ukuthi okay mhlambe ngiyekhaya ngibatshela ukuthi okay yazi ngithola umsebenzi kanje ngavele nje ngathi okay, you know what, yes, I'll take the job.
Damn.
And then I did the sports. Nangathanda sports, I'll be honest.
Wawufuna ukusakaza.
I didn't want to be a sport president, and that's I've never imagined myself as a sport president.
Yeah.
But then one of the guys I sent the sports, and then because I was under the impression also, you know, I'd get a show.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a show. So there was in February because some changes been on February.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I know. Since so long, I've been doing sports for the whole year of 2016, and then now and then I get
I'll need show.
And then I was like,
so wait, I'll need even as a sport, no sport to sakubega.
No, sport,
okay. But you're going to do it for now.
I started the sport.
Yeah.
And then I'm jealous. I know I'm losing she somewhere. And then and then after 3 weeks, and then I should know there's a show in Funusuyans. It's on a Friday, 10 to 1. Yeah, and then I did a show for about 4 years. Yeah, and then up until I graduated to a manual shows I'm manning at the station.
Yeah.
I would say there's so many things I need to find and start to vibe.
Okay, so I'm telling about so many things vibe. I just want to go back a little bit. So ngane ngathi usuresign usuwafarisha umsebenzi ukuthi usebenze emsakazweni. Tokade ufuna ukuyenza. Sushiya umsebenzi okholelayo. Bathini ekhaya?
And you know, a funny thing ukuthi angizange batshela ukuthi ekhaya nje manje ngiya radio station, and it's a community radio station, and it's a volunteer. Because it's a dream I had ngihlezi ngibatshela ngayo vele ekhaya, and bajabula ukuthi okay, you know what, sizothola umsebenzi. And at the time abazali they some of them abakwazi ukuhlonisa community station.
Yes. Umsakazo. Yes.
So yeah, baqala bang-accepta ukuthi okay, it's fine, ngabatshela ukuthi okay, okwamanje sa-volunteer, bebenginikeza imali, but then there were times where engathi abasayizwa kahle leyo njalo ayikho imali engiyitholayo njalo makuphela inyanga,
especially ngoba washo umsebenzi.
Yeah. There was a time where it was mhlambe because mina la ngihlala khona, you could walk from la ngihlala khona to a vibe. It's just that maybe distance maybe of about 10 kilometers.
Okay, that's a distance. That's a decent distance. Okay.
It is, but then I'm just going to afternoon driving and the sports course.
Yes.
So welcome 12 and then
okay, sure.
We are a station around about 3.
Yeah.
But then mustn't go to Gaga then so I'm pass and when you pass yeah.
You said a lot of things happened the Ngatuga vibe. Can you take us through maybe 3 things nje that is a standout high for when ezenzeka ngelekathi kwa Vibe FM?
Good things or bad things?
Both. We love bad things a little bit more. So you can just choose.
No, I'd say firstly, there's so many good things as an event.
Okay.
I think that's when ngaqala ukuthi ngifunde khona i-radio. You understand what's in a radio, how to position yourself, mic, because there's so many trainings in our life behind the scene.
Yeah.
It's the thing I found even MC, I think ngathola confidence.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So youngsters are cool because the confidence ngayithola khona futhi within the station. I've met a lot of people futhi abangisizile kakhulu. Yabo. Some people bangeza nomsebenzi. So yeah, there's so many things ezenhle bese engayincoma ngithi mina ngayithola through i-conversation. And there's so many bad things futhi ezenzakalile. Yeah.
Okay.
Angithanda ukuthi ngikhulume ngazo publicly.
Okay.
Because ngifuna ukuba ngathi mhlambe I'm dragging the station's name down now. But nje you know, what happened? I've never told people about this story, and it's I was once caught drunk in the studio.
Drunk
and drinking at the same time.
Drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
What's the studio?
Yes.
Well, sagas.
No. Okay. But then I had a show running. So there was a time where and why go listening to Bambele show and then my telling Bambele show I get 2 to 6 in the morning. On a Sunday, I develop so and then Masagus and then Kuzongana. So Monk figure 8 and then I want to be a shy the first of all. Uber drop and then Monk figure corner, okay. Ngibona ukuthi vele angisekho stage ukuthi sengakhuluma yabo and then ngithi mina nowathi ngizodlala music kuphela until 6 yazi flop benza ukuphikeke ngahlala ingoma kaZahara and le ngoma le yabo ku repeats
okay
accidentally and anginakile mina because I'm still hearing a sound within the station studio, so I'm thinking was I know very sure yonke December kahle
uhleli khona phakathi uyahlaba
khona expect
ngoma iyadlala okay.
Can't advise you. The station manager is listening. So they said they were driving from Pinetown to Gamash. And I'm bangene, but then I'm not sure Utemba Mthetho.
Okay, yeah, Yambos.
Mina ngimazi Themba Mthetho ukuthi who is Themba Mthetho?
Yeah.
And then he comes into the studio and he's like, "Yo, nafana uyaphuza." And ngizombuza mina ukuthi ubani wena. And now he's a board member of Ila Kujani.
Yes.
He's like, I thought mhlawumbe is giving or something because sebusuku but ngizothi uvule lo bani. And then I wathi angene ngiqhubeke ngisakaza. And then mangiqhubeka ngisazi there was a guy actually uvukile and then he was doing motivation. And then mase yafika ilanga ngathi okay awuze ngikhulume because la umjida usefikile kumele ngenze motivation. Into engayenza wrong mayifika ngivule imic uhleli ngala ka left ngivele ngivule imic ya right ya so mina ngiyazwakala ngiyakhuluma but then ubuvukile
akazwakali yes
and then I was like babuye baphathi kuthiwa yona fana impela uphuza impela bangikhipha and then baqhube abasakaza noThemba Mthetho and there was the bad thing engayenza station and then you saw that with because yacishe ngilahlekisela umsebenzi because I was suspended.
Okay, how uxoshwanga?
Hayi ngamiswa.
Washaywa ngoswazi omncane.
I got to. Oh, Mr. Winton.
No, not that, not ever.
Oh, yeah, she.
Yes, kangishi. Angaze ngamiswa. I've always behaved. Angaze ngaphuza emsakazweni.
Oh.
No, angiphuza inhlobo.
Yeah, but no, there's so many good things. But and badinga badingisebenzana nabo to work with Purity Ngiti. I worked with Ntuli. I worked with who's this girl, man?
Did you host a show with Pen?
I did.
Oh, okay. Which show?
It was 7 to 10 show on a Saturday. It was a hip hop show. Yeah, we did that show for about a year.
Okay.
Before she left E-Vibe and she joined
None.
No. She went from Vibe to
DYR. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but we did a show and she's one of my guys. Now when I enjoy her cool because she's very creative. She's really good in terms of creativity.
Okay.
To preparing for the show. Yeah.
So you had a good time with Penny Ntuli.
Yeah, no, I mean at that time, yeah, we had a very good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think with the way she left Gagas?
Why was it almost?
You brought it up. You brought her name up.
If in fact you can see your worth, you would see whether and if one look who's a conference corner is not word for you. Right to have
Okay.
So I can blame from it decision I thought and looking at the profile I can mind and also career she's doing very well now, which was FM. So
Yeah.
I don't think she did a bad thing.
Okay.
For leaving Gagas FM.
Okay. Why radio? How did you said what kumana noma fresher usitshela ngehistory yakho wangena emsakazweni, but uthando le radio sukaphi?
Look, I grew up a kind of bengihlala nogogo yabo.
Yeah.
So we're a family of about 5. So we mean up with about 2. I mean put them so was swam them so aunt.
Okay.
So at that time the only source of information that was radio. We didn't have a TV. So every time we were radio and the only station that we were was there's no other station at the Lalela was my shit like so all of us mom when I listen to Linda Spee about and then
yes.
You would say, okay, of course. And then I think that's when Usanda Ngakalu Ubana Redo and then Abaningi then Latin Sasa kind of and then Ngakubega and Amazon.
Okay. Right now, I want us to talk about radio, kakulu. But before sikhulume radio, sakhuluma ngawe nje. You recently graduated from UNISA. You are a qualified teacher now. Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
Why teaching? How did that come about? With Zumsagas on the one hand, but you are also studying to be a teacher. Why teaching?
You know what? It's so cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I mean, I didn't have that dream of hey, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a police. But because that's school and
Okay.
And then and that was because it was a job. It was a career rights. You put my or 2 or 3 about so. I was a weekend, so he look on what I do.
It's not because of your passion, it's because of Puma Eli.
No, I do have a passion for kids. I love kids.
Okay.
I've got 2 kids now, so ingane ngayithanda kakhulu.
Okay.
So kodwa nje
Puma Eli is a bonus.
Mfethu. Remember during COVID times, teacher, bengasebenzi bedlela imali mfethu. Yeah. I'm working hours.
I think many teachers will disagree with you. I know this because my mom is a teacher. My younger brother is a teacher. All my uncles and cousins are teachers. The amount of work they bring home, yes, so some hours was spent classini, than your usual 9 to 5 person. But the amount of work, like prep plans or making sure umaga and all of those things. So it's not that usebenza nje just ngoba ilale
It's a lot,
classini.
because I phela uthothi namaphepha yahamba namaphepha ingane uyowasebenzisa uyowamaka nasekhaya ngoba nasekhaya mawufike khona uphinde usebenza futhi.
Exactly.
Wenza lesson plan, you prepare ukuthi okay uzoyifundisa ingane yakusasa.
100%. So now let's get back to e-radio. When I opened the show, I said you've said a lot of controversial things on social media when it comes to radio. I'm not sure if controversial is the right word, but some did not agree with you on some of the things that you've said.
A lot of people didn't agree with some of my posts. They don't agree actually with my post.
Yeah, one of the bold statements that you made on the 23rd of March this year, you said podcasts are slowly replacing FM radio. And some of the people that commented, I'm going to just name two people.
Yeah.
People that have big names on radio.
Yeah.
One is Pelmaseko Binose, who's a programs manager of Ukhozi FM.
Yeah.
She said, never going to happen. Radio is one medium that won't die, especially not in Africa. And then Sel Beyonce, whom we've had here, who's also hosting 3 to 6 with Chata, said that will never happen. Yes, podcasts are doing well, but there's something about radio that you can never take away. I also went in and disagreed with you on this on that post. I kind of agreed to say radio needs to do some introspection, 100%, but to say podcasts are replacing radio, that is taking a little bit too far.
I think they misunderstood the post. I didn't say it's replacing. Just when it was meaning it's a podcast. It's a replace a radio. I was saying it's slowly replacing a radio.
Okay.
Why? It's because when you at home, because I listen to radio most of the time when I'm at home. If you back states it's a radio mind and it's no longer interesting. Compared to the good olden days of Chile, his soul rest in pieces. My heroes. The good olden days of Alex Mtsiane. Who's woman you abasenza kahle namanje. But in fact, as more lalela radio mfethu uyabona manje ukuthi akekho umuntu mfethu owenza ukuthi umlangazelele ukuthi noyathi ngifisa ukuthi makubuthi makushaya 3 sengidlalela la show angishintshe. Because right now, I can't spend more than 30 minutes listening to one radio station. Why? Content that is being delivered right now on radio, some of it's irrelevant.
Okay.
Why it's irrelevant? Some people would ask you, what are you having for lunch? And that's something that I think shouldn't be asked on radio. They even say, send us the picture of Ntuli. That's right. How would we see which one would land?
Okay.
So I think slowly to iyaphuma esandleni mfethu. Izinto engicabanga content abayideliver right now basakazi. I say relevant. I understand for community radio station presenters because abanye babo abanawo ama programs managers. Ama
producers, yeah.
So whatever asuke ecabangile akabonisana namuntu.
Yeah.
Mhlambe ngasho ukuthi okay. Bengabuza whatever question la bajala ukuyibuza. Kodwa uzumbuzo mfethu from a commercial station. Umbuzo obhedana nje mfethu. Once I know it, abantu content. Nanokuthi there was a time when I posted would say there's some features that shouldn't be done much on radio.
Okay, we'll get back to okay, yeah, continue.
Why like I want to let the layer cons of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong. The cons are good rights, because I'm not vele, but most of us will little radio because we from cons.
Sure.
But it's not something that should be done from a show that as between Monday to Friday, between 6 to 6. You can do it, but it shouldn't be. It was okay. You've got a feature and how fast man every day. I think it's outdated.
Okay.
And it makes on the interest like saying something positive right when I tune it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know Guti. One of the things officers khulume ngazo, ama features are outdated, and we're gonna get to that. But I want us to go back to Lena Yama podcast replacing the radio.
Okay.
So even slowly, I don't think that's true at all.
Right.
Because I think if you want a radio, okay, what is happening now is that people have choices. There's variety. So akufan George khuluma nge-radio actually you are suffering from nostalgia. You're thinking about, oh man, it was nice good old days. But if you were to bring those good old days presenters to now, besuthi nje the legendary Kansas City akavuke manje enzi radio njengamanje. I'm not saying he wouldn't do good radio, but you might find ukuthi because of the environment esesikuyona, maybe naye struggle to adapt, and not only, I mean, maybe we can think of any other good radio presenter that is not on radio anymore. I'll give you an example. Someone that people really loved when they were on air, DJ Sbu. When I saw Kozini FM, when I go YFM, Shisa, what was Kozini FM, hot like fire. While with Metro FM, hot, he got dismissed. Then while online, and then he did his own thing, podcasts. Then he went back to Radio 2000. Not sure if you've listened to him.
I have.
But if you ask me, because of my flops, like the views and trying to be controversial, and it's just bekumele ngabe besimbambe kuma memories sibambelele nje kuma memories wakhe. So I do get a sense ukuthi bengamnandi ukubambelela kuma some people udinga ama memories wabo ukuthi, you know what, the late Welcome Potlo Zanzimande simkhumbula yena as ngesikhathi khona sikafisa ukumbuyisa. Maybe let me make an example ngomuntu osangakwazi ukubuya emoyeni, maybe Fat Joe for instance. I don't know, maybe Fat Joe can still do it, but I'm making an example. Sometimes we are holding on so much to what it was that we forget that labantu mase babuye njengamanje lapho ngeke benze lento ababekwazi ukuyenza. I don't think usibu wenza into besilinda science, but in my view, the point that I'm trying to make is, I know that I digressed. Radio, I don't think I'm a podcaster replace radio. I do think radio needs to up the ante to compete not only in my podcast, no Netflix, no Showmax, no social media, no TikTok, because all of these things they compete on radio and TV, which are traditional media.
It is, but at the same time, I think in this on radio, it's not something that abantu abadala they still relate to. And right now, I'm a topic about I don't know. A topic about love. There's more. Let's see, participation balale because this kind of thing about abasakazi myself ukhuluma about ukuthi okay ungenza njani umuntu wakho mawukuthi uthi yabo. And then manje first I second lento le ukuthi kahle i-radio is a medium of instruction. Kumele ukuthi not medium of instruction man, i source of information. Kumele sithola i-information ukuthi kahle kwenzakalani ezweni sakhile. When it comes to sports, education, whatever le edinga usi information edinga usisizo nje manje. If ukhuluma ngezothando and ingane ilalele nje manje uthi ingane ayifunde ini, yabo. So ezinye izinto lezo emele phinde ama radio program managers engicabanga ukuthi mhlambe basadinga ukuthi bayibheke, because it's been done over and over and over, and isi shifter I mandate ya radio iyaphuma manje. None lendele for of bringing my influencers. I know and I discuss and like we podcast as well. We would see okay, my influencers imagine they taking over it, of which Yeah, but like most of my influencers, I mean, I can name a few that I think they are terrible.
Okay.
When it comes to radio, but when it comes to TV, they're doing very well.
Okay.
Yeah, and learn because my followers are manning, it doesn't resonate with my followers now as well. Later, I return
100%.
I think that's when I'm a programs when I just a lash, but then. Most people are saying get a revenue. It's okay. It's for no one's mal because Maula some some easy of which I think is. But anyway, of which mom let's actually show okay. More advertiser it's okay in this radio station. Campus knows man then most of my advertisers would want to. We're talking about advertiser we slot side.
Yeah.
But at some point. Okay.
I think my last point on this one, I would say, one of the comments you made, you said, "Asana babasagaza aba memorable, abafana." Can't remember no men's example Melinda Sbiyayin, but you mentioned a couple of abasagas with us now, which I disagree with. Or uzawati, I was a bookie show, jengamanje. I can't wait to listen to this show. I can mention just 2 breakfast shows that I think are exceptional. And those are the people that I would say, are really raising the bar when it comes to radio. Felix in the morning on Kakasi FM, I think he's doing an exceptional job.
Yeah.
Anelem daughter, she's the queen of radio.
Hey, you love her.
I do.
You love it so. You love her.
Now I'm confused myself.
No, I'm not saying that there is a second and Pelabandu who are doing a very good radio. There is a lot of people that are cool with radio, because I do listen to Ikagas a lot.
Yeah.
James one of it on that 9 to 12 slots doing very well. Justin Dangobas as well is doing very well. It's come to East London, that's 9 to 12.
Yeah.
And also this lady from East Coast Radio as well. She's doing very well. Carol Ofori.
Yeah.
She's doing very well.
Yeah.
But then I'm a radio. I 12 to 3. I'm it's wow. This one is. And then when it comes to afternoon drives, I struggle a lot because I can say when I let ish.
Yeah.
I feel cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to pick up on a couple of things that you mentioned. You said there are a couple of influencers. Abulali Radio. Who are those influencers?
I think Somezi.
Okay.
Somezi is not a radio person.
Okay.
Maybe ngenza ukuthi uyayithanda radio because ngenza ukuthi you love radio, but then it's not within you. And for me as a radio lover, I can't stand Somezi on radio. I'm not saying he shouldn't be on radio, but I can't stand him because I think in the presenting style, it's not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Listen to radio.
So Somizi is not a radio person. That's one. Who else?
Yeah, no, let's not mention money, guys, because imagine I'm following podcasting with
Okay.
But then money my influencers versus Akwana Jamania written Angako. I'm melting about copyright.
Okay, because Somizi, we've had Ikabala Somizi before. I think I've mentioned Somizi myself. So besides Somizi, who else? Give me one more person.
Don't love.
Okay, so Dude Love should not be doing radio.
Lerado Kanyaho as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Proverb.
Okay, Proverb.
Yeah. Proverb, like, why is it?
Oh no! What? Dude, what?
Why is he on radio? Why you Proverb on radio? He's very good when it comes to presenting with TV, but then on radio, that's my point of view.
Okay. I love Proverb. I think he's a good radio presenter even. That's honestly my point of view. And Proverb akenza radio manje ngoba nje ni Metro. He's done radio before. I think was it 702 or 947 where you Prime Media before ngangamlaleli but ngeke ngayibuka interview with David Mashabela. So I was like, oh, it makes sense because to me when he's on radio he sounds like a radio person.
I know, to me he doesn't. I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, but yeah, it's something in show. See, I'm a radio president. Radio program managers. I'm a influencers. I got several money right. Yeah,
I'm shocked. So what the problem? What are you influence?
Yeah, because he's got following on social media as well, but also on radio. No.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll leave it to Amandababuga Jingama just to tell us their thoughts on this one because I'm shocked, dude.
No, serious. Yeah, but
okay. let's look at some of the statuses.
What do you think of Spectacular Knives?
No, I've actually recorded a video about Spare Knaves. I think their show, I haven't listened to them in a while, but I think their show they're doing very well. That's my view. Yeah, I've had some people who hold a different view. I think they're doing quite well. You disagree?
No, Bamboo, I'm not.
No. I honestly think they're doing well. I think they're doing well for the target market here, Kakasi. I think they're doing well.
Okay,
You don't agree?
I haven't listened to you drive. Yeah.
No, but is that ukuthi ngibuze ngoba khona abangayo ngayo liya show. Yeah, you have a thought. You have something in your mind about it. So what are your thoughts?
No, about that show. Yeah, those guys are very good. But then ever since they came back, Light Event this year, I don't think it drive. Yeah, it's because I'm sure. When they were brought back to Ika guys, they were brought back because they thought they were still Masazo Shis and Yandas cats, right?
Yeah, yes.
When they were here, I think 27 or something.
Yes.
And they were very good at that time. But then ever since they came back, I don't think you would see the It's
not sure.
Yeah.
It's not make sure. Okay. You're not the only person. I hold a different view on that one. But different strokes for different folks. So, some of your statuses that you have updated that I want us to touch on. Nama online radio, our value. Some people are struggling to buy data. Now tell me, ubano nesikhathi sokulaleli radio online for 3 hours. Ngiyakadla. Ngiyadlala. Ngiyakadla. Phela okadla kona.
No, there's so many good online radio stations that have it. No, I think to be honest, I posted.
Okay.
But then some people who works for online radio station, they actually took it very serious.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy who even inboxed me and said, "Who do you think you are?" Because you haven't achieved anything. But then so was like a online trade. But I think online trade first. So it's good for when as umsakazi mhlawumbe mawuthi usafuna ukuqala ukwazi ukubuild a confidence ufunda so many things we read. But then some people I don't think ngathini ayilaleleki mfethu because you can't spend more than 3 hours listening to a radio mfethu. I mean listening to online radio mfethu.
Why you say that?
That's because because I know some people they struggle to get data. Some people they even use WhatsApp data. So now who's got time? Who's okay? Let me spend 3 hours.
Yeah, those people are not target market. Because I listen to 702. We don't have 702 here, but I listen to 702. Sometimes I listen to 702 the whole day. I listen to 947.
Nah, sure because go struggling with the data.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time, that's because I once dated a girl who was working for an online trader and she was like, okay, yo, not losing, yeah, maybe not data, but then at the same time, I bang inside first. I'm sure in Ghana, follow 20 minutes ngiyazi okay uzokhuluma within this 20 minutes
khona uzokhomenta ngento ayishilo
because I mean I can't spend 3 hours lalela nje radio and listening to ingoma no man.
Okay. I don't know. I think
what do you think about online radio stations?
I think they are probably in South Africa slightly ahead of their time. I don't think they're a complete no. So I'm saying they're ahead of their time because of the cost of the data. And then if ubuka abantu who afford, who can be online, abane fiber at home, be it, unlimited and all of that, they are very limited. So when the target market yabo, ibe limited. But I don't think we can write the online radio off completely. So it is ahead. They're ahead of the time, the now. But in the near future, the plan is to have Wi-Fi everywhere. So once we have Wi-Fi everywhere, then I don't need to listen to FM. I can be listening to anything. I
should say I withdraw the post, guys.
No, you don't. You meant it.
Yeah, I'm okay. No, I won't have all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can approach about that like nah.
Okay. I've worked for an online radio.
How was your experience? How was the listenership?
Obviously, it's not the same as Mabutu Sebenzeli FM in Zinyana, and you need to be skillful, have tact when it comes to how you position your topics. Not that they are not there, but even now we community radio, you know this. Abalali, sometimes they just listen and just not respond.
Is it true? Now like you can say how many people are actually listening
online?
Yeah. You can?
Yeah, you can. So that's the beauty.
Wait. Genza uthi check there is 0 participation. So what do you
No, you can't see immediately. Maybe bosses can. You can't see immediately. For instance, I'm going to make an example.
Where I was born in mind.
No, not where I used to work. I'm not sure about the others. But I know that would be so demotivating. Music that's dumb.
Also, it's like normal radio.
At a later stage, yes. Because managers have access to the background. And for instance, for a podcast, well, with the podcast, everyone can see how many people watched each episode. So I think before we wrap up, before we touch on some of the things that you want us to touch on, this is the last post that I want us to touch on. You updated this one on the 18th of June. Kunabasakazi okungamele babe nama co-host, and some radio managers ayahluleka ukubona lokho. To mention a few, Mroza from Ukhozi FM. This woman is super talented. Uflow akamnandi umehamba yedwa. Remember Netezeka flight 12 to 3 ehamba yedwa. That show was amazing. Sizwe Sibisi, this guy doesn't need a co-host, and angeke explain why. So you will get an opportunity to explain here. You can answer that phone if you want to. No?
Like an online right now.
Easy. Lomchitha unswempu, and ngiyacela uke ulalele show yakhe Monday to Thursday 8 p.m. on Kakasi FM. Jebs Zwane, she sounds marvelous on that 9 to 12 slot, and talent lakhe I would say besinga liboni kahle lapha ku breakfast show. No offense to Felix and Mzoko Loko. And lastly, Mlwazet, his energy is on another level, and to have a co-host kuyamphazamisa. Nayo imbono yakho independent and impartial. So talk to us about that, starting with Mroza, Sizos BC, Hizi, Jeps, Mlwazet. I'm not sure what you want to add because you did explain.
No, kunamasazi vessels mawulalela radio and bese eba ne co-host. Uthola ukuthi mhlawumbe italent lakhe when enjoy my hamba yedwa yabo but then mayisema nomunye umuntu uthola ukuthi mhlambe lo muntu lo thothi lo usalokho egijima mfethu yabo podcast radio and stuff and then lo angene la eceleni and then thola manje usegcina sephazamiseka ukuthi okay awusawazi enjoy ukuthi okay lo muntu cha uyasakaza mfethu
okay
yabo like labantu ufunda amagama abo labantu labo mfethu I think kumele umuntu asakaza yedwa mfethu and lapho sizombona futhi ukuthi talent lakho cha impela lo muntu une-talent lesimanga angazi ukuthi nga-explain kanjani but yeah khona abasazi impela nje bese abangadinga ama-co-host maybe you'd agree as well.
Not really having. I mean, ngeke ngasakaza ngedwa, ngeke ngaba ne co-host as well. I think if ukuthi umuntu okwazi ukusebenzisana nomuntu, you know, niyakwazi to find each other. So wena as umlaleli ngenzeka ukuthi enjoya ehamba yedwa but I don't yes bakhona abantu abaningi enjoya behamba bodwa but I don't think they should never co-host because I think that's another way of just showing off your skills ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukusebenza ngedwa ngiyakwazi ukusebenza noma bengihambisana nomunye umuntu.
Yes, there was a guy at Vibe. He actually left because Gonzo my changes and he was offered a co-host and he was like nah.
A guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He was like nah, I can't have a co-host.
I remember
he was writing solo kulo nyaka then mase kwenza ama changes kathiwa tada
yeah
and he was like nah,
I'm not gonna do it.
Nah.
There is a girl that left as well at Vibe because she was hosting the show and then she was gonna co-host the show. She didn't want that, and the guy that she was gonna be working with is me.
Oh.
So I ended up doing the show by myself.
You were the problem.
I know I was the problem.
Oh,
because she used to be the main host, and now I'm coming. I think maybe I had more experience. Definitely had more experience. I'd been on radio for a longer period of time. I can't remember whether the arrangements was that I will be first voice, she'll be second voice, or was it going to be 50-50? I really can't remember. But because she was the main host, she left.
I mean, I've co-hosted so many shows and I did enjoy it. I think each and every co-hosting 7 Sana Nairo.
Yeah.
This one is like G. Because I you know when it comes to co-hosting as well, and you know, kumele ucheke i-personality yalama presenters ukuthi okay lo muntu lo if ufaka uNkle Tha and then if ufaka nalo mjida or nalo ntombazana future I don't like like hosting yendoda nendoda but anyway that's a story for another day.
No, we can talk about it now.
No, hlezi kuzoba na competition bese ifika amajida oyi2.
Okay.
Angazi but hlezi nje kuzoba nenkingi ukuthi okay manje ubana control i-desk because enye into ebuyibanga leyo ready ukuthi ubana control i-desk or of which bese ayibalekile kahle lento leyo into ebalekile ukuthi ngoba egcineni umlalela akabona ukuthi ubana into ebalekile into eyikhuluma la kulo mbhoko.
I think Khaya Mthethwa and Sonic are doing well.
They are.
I think MK Music and Poguhla are doing well.
For me, mina ngingacela bayithona opportunities
ngabahlukanisa.
No, ngikhuluma ukuthi mina bayithona opportunities ambo costa with another guy.
Yeah.
Ngingacela ukuthi no man.
Okay.
Going show. I wouldn't like that.
Okay.
I think the good hosting is when a guy and a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Dogozo and I are doing well.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Ray.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, ziningi ezenzala eRadio.
Ngikuphazamisile busenza ipoint yakhe angisazi ukuthi ipoint ubuyenza. Now sakhumbula.
No, beyona le yabasakazi labo kade ungibuza khona ukuthi abadinga ama co-host
yabo
and yeah ngoba ngangibalalele umuntu mayihamba yedwa and mayimlalele futhi mayise hamba nomunye umuntu and I was like I get bored mayise co-host but then mayihamba yedwa hey usiflow kamnandi nje ngiyam-enjoy. Yeah.
Okay. I think the last thing, no, in fact, let's. I don't have the last thing. What else you want us to talk about?
I was talking about the updated features and there's some features that have been done for over and over and over again, and I think they're kind of boring, man. Like Office 4 Play.
that will be happening on 9 to 12, eh?
Yeah, and that's when you show. It's only there 9 to 12. I think at some point ake sibize phela sishintshe mfethu nje senza ngenye indlela nje mfethu angazi ukuthi ngenziwa ngayiphi indlela but ayikade yaqala mfethu kodwa vele I see abanye abantu basayenjoy futhi.
Yes. Okay, but Office 4 Play, what else are we taking out?
Okay, we did discuss your cons and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Anything I was like 5 songs back to back, or mixes within for sure that engena weekdays.
Yeah,
I think learned it shouldn't be done because there's so much information that's not all of it from a present. I know it's a good level. I understand for our radio station who are music driven, like East Coast Radio, we work on 40 minutes of non-stop music, of which is not 40 minutes now. We're being back to 40 minutes of non-stop music, but we're in between.
Yeah.
But then for a prime time show, it makes him clubbing on a Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Weekday, I mean, some look of it makes it. I feel like there's lots that you can talk about. There's so many things. Like sports, politics, education. Let's not discuss something rather than which is done makes it. Because the minute, if you about 4 songs along the line, I tune out.
So when ulaleli radio, not for music, for content.
Yes.
Okay. But khona omunye umuntu ozothulaleli radio for music, not the content. No, because I'm thinking khona abantu abathi hey ukhuluma kakhulu lona hey udlala ingoma nje ezu2 bese yakhuluma njalo.
At some point yabo masudlala music kakhulu into le abalaleli bathi sisonke umsakazo wami sihleli na kanti umuntu akakulalela. So you connect the Bluetooth wakhe phone yakhe radio yakho edlalela nje and then we chose wena umuntu ukulalela because why so udlala kakhulu music kanti omunye umuntu ufuna ukuthi ezona ukuthi uzothini
as umsakazi.
Yeah.
Any other feature that people should stop doing? I'll check what else you mentioned. Udlan for lunch, you've mentioned that. Umgosi and Kick Guide. What's your problem with Umgosi and Kick Guide?
That's because okay. Umgosi mfethu kusizapho ukuthi ngazi ukuthi uDJ Zinhle nesoka lakhe they broke up, they're going through a lot. Where does it help me as Thabiso Luthuli?
The radio doesn't have to help all the time. Sometimes just to entertain and inform.
Is that entertaining?
Some people get entertained by that.
Knowing ukuthi usibona wenzani?
Yes.
Wrong Luthuli. I value food.
So you gossip is nice. Umgosi nje, umgosi umnandi. Man bathanda ukuhleba, no?
Angisibona isidingo sayo mina futhi ilokho njani leyo ukuthi sikhulume ngomgosi ukuthi usibanibani usejola nosibanibani nobanibani wenzeni ushaye bani. Okay, leyo kushaya ke kumele siphinde sibheke gender based violence. But then I leyo ukuthi usibanibani usejola nosibanibani. I mean
you don't think it's relevant?
Nah.
But I think some of the features that you've mentioned, I'm trying to think. I think some of them have already fallen away. Anyway, I don't think, unless you can tell me, you can point me to a show, science, nale cons till 8 between 6 to 6 during the day.
I guess you said but cons.
Can you think about it? Deep show is a cons.
How?
During the week, 6 to 6.
I should I'll try to learn. There is so many radio stations, but of course, kusasa ngo 6.
6 in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uvule nje ngiyakhona.
Okay.
Khona nenye futhi elapha kusho lady.
Okay.
I was like, why? No, that's what they do. No offense, but you lady is a legend and I respect her a lot. But Melo. Nothing else. Sometimes they will take about 10 people, 10 calls. Ushikama utimelo masuyadlula kuphela. I'm like, why are they doing this?
If we target yak enjoy, what's the problem?
Okay.
Because makuthi enjoy mhlambe awuyona target market yaleyo show.
Target audience. Mhlambe target market yale radio station engizwe.
Yes. Makuthi abalaleli bayak enjoy and majority yak enjoy. Then remember, numbers talk, Baba. Hey? Numbers talk.
I got diagonal but then yeah. What I say le ama topic othando manje guys.
So right guy.
Right. Simhlamba ebusuku mfethu yabo. There's one person who did it and it worked. Ukhayandebela mfethu.
Okay.
Yeah, he did it like to his past level.
At Vibe FM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh manje.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't think it's on radio at the moment.
I know. I'm using them first said.
Yeah. So, Uncle Ta, we are approaching the end. You are currently not on radio. Any plans of going back to radio?
Yeah, I'm planning to get back to radio, but probably next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in one of the radio stations.
Okay.
I'm for this month to how so show
yeah.
But maybe next year, yeah. Then I'll think about going back to radio.
Any radio station in particular that you're thinking, that one?
I'd love to work for Kakas FM and Lucas FM.
Okay, so those are your two radio stations that you'd love to work for.
Yeah.
Okay. Why those two specifically?
That's because my presenting style.
Okay.
Yeah, feature with indlela about presenter ngayo.
Your top 5 radio presenters who are on air right now.
Well, on air right now.
Yes.
Sizos busy.
Okay.
He's doing very well. That guy.
Beautiful.
We are nine Noma is Rosa.
Okay.
She's doing very well. Lady T. She's doing very well. Felix.
Okay.
Is that 5?
Yes.
So Banga
4, I think. 4. Sizwe, Lady D, Felix. Namroza, yes. 4.
Okay, the last one would be Unjab's one. Okay.
That's a strong list.
Yeah, they're doing very well right now, and yeah.
But I can't help but to notice by either Ukozi no Mikakas, the 2 radio stations that you want to work for.
Yeah, that's because those are the only 2 radio stations that I listen to.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't listen to talk radio at all?
I don't like talk radio. Nah.
No. It doesn't matter about that.
I find it very boring.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to talk radio.
I can listen to talk radio the whole day.
Yeah, because SFM.
For the same reason that you mentioned, due to music, Masudlala back to back is irritating. So Maulaleli Talk Radio is one long link. No man, yeah. I think
okay. There are guys that you enjoy if and be fast paced.
Okay.
Abantu ba interpreter presenting gadgets about you memes.
Sure.
Official memes. It's just that energetic.
So I think abantu basuke babuka i-radio yamanje. So would you not say i-radio has evolved? Isimuvile from ukusakaza kwale ndlela khuluma yokusaza usheshise siyaxoxa njengamanje mhlawumbe basuke bekhulumela lokho ukuthi ayiseyakhulunyelwa nje
kodwa manje awusezwe ngathi useradweni mfethu.
Okay,
mina I think mfethu kumele uqhubeke ngale ndlela le fast paced mfethu nje ugijinye nje mfethu ukuthi hayi no kuyafika nje manje mfethu hayi le ukuthi hey manje right njengoba sila podcast.
Yes.
So nami indlela engikhuluma ngayo manje I don't think it will be the same way manje sithi okay na khawusakazi nje manje it will change because saying behind the mic. Yeah. So I don't think mfethu abantu ngempela ngabona begxeka abanye abasakazi there's this group futhi angithanda le group le ekuthiwa ezomsakazo ngabona abantu begxeka mfethu ukuthi hayi kamemeza I'm like no you're wrong here lento le. So if you could bring back Linda Spear nje manje radioweni would you say akashintshe indlela asakaza ngayo?
I think people are entitled to their views. They might be wrong. Yes, I agree. Ngeze ukuthi wayikhulumela nonsense ayilona iqiniso lento abayishoyo, but hey, people are allowed to talk, man, and say their thoughts. And if you go to say when you are a public figure, you just have to take it.
Yeah. And I think it's something engayisho as a precaution to ama-radio representatives bese lento le ama-post abhalayo on Facebook. It's very important ukuthi uyibheke into oyibhalayo ukuthi ayihlambalazi nomunye umuntu because the other time where I heard ukuthi in some radio stations before they even hire you they actually go to your social media and check ukuthi ama-post akho kanjani. So I think indlela mhlawumbe abantu abayiphatha ngayo kwi-social media mfethu kumele ngathini bayiphathe kahle bengakhulumi nje noma yini ukuthi usuyagxeka ukuthi sibanibani
khuluma ihlambalazi
kumele bayiphathe kahle nje mfethu. Whatever we postayo kube it's something never funny but futhi ibe constructive as well.
I agree, but that's not only for abantu abasemsakazweni if you ask me. Even nabantu umuntu nje ufuna umsebenzi no sazofuna umsebenzi in future ngoba not only radio stations ahamba check ama profiles abantu, even private companies that are not on that are not radio stations, they go and check ukuthi uhlobo njani lo muntu ngoba i-social media izinto ezisho ku-social media zibanika some sort of an idea ukuthi uhlobo njani lo muntu. So just be careful.
Ingakwakha futhi ingakubhidliza futhi.
Definitely 100%. Let's get out of here, Uncle Sir.
I know asambeni mfethu. I know ngicela ukubonga mfethu ukuthi ngibe invited to this podcast. I mean I've been following podcast for quite some time and to be sitting in this chair it means a lot to me. Thank you.
No, thank you my guy for coming through. Thank you. I called you reached out to you only yesterday and you here and I'm sure abantu ababuka bathi yindaba labantu bagqoka ngako ba chances abazoyibuka le show kushisa. So kushisa.
Okay, that is shit.
Exactly, and it's very cold outside today. It's a very, very cold day. But thank you so much, Uncle Tar, for coming through and for sharing your stories and for being open to share your opinions, about the radio. So it was beautiful. Thank you.
I'm not offending anyone.
I don't say now if you did. So don't say.
Yeah, no, thanks so much.
Thanks everyone. Thank you so much for watching Podcast Radio and Stuff. I'm Thabiso Luthuli. He is Uncle Tar. Please do subscribe, share, like, tell everyone that it's happening on Podcast Radio and Stuff. On social media,
on Facebook it's Thabiso Uncle Tar Luthuli, and then go Instagram at Uncle Tar, at Uncle_Tar, and then go Twitter and man.
It has been Podcast Radio and Stuff. We are out of here.